Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? I'm cold, which explains the hat, but I'm also excited to share with you a short but really rather beautiful film that we've been working on for a little while now. I will play it for you a little later in the show, but I want to say a big thank you to our patrons who are mentioned in the credits of the film, because without them, that film would not have been possible. So, without further ado, let's roll the intro and get the show on the road, and stick around towards the end of the show to see that film in all its glory. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Monday, the 22nd of November, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, the Evansville Tower is toppled. Husqvarna is embracing remote working. Volvo has made a 5G call to a Swedish forest with remarkable results. And as I mentioned earlier, stick around to the end of the show for that tearjerker of a film. We'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days.
Happy birthday!
And it's many happy returns to French President Charles de Gaulle. I've been lost many times in the Parisian airport that bears his name. To composer Benjamin Britten, comedian Rodney Dangerfield, and to tennis superstars Billie Jean King and Boris Becker. Happy birthday also to former West Ham striker Frank McAvenny, and to Avengers actors Mark Ruffalo and Scarlett Johansson. But far, far, far more importantly, today marks the birthday of actress Jamie Lee Curtis. When I was a kid, a poster of Jamie Lee Curtis was a permanent fixture on the wall of my bedroom. If my wife was a little more understanding, there would be a Jamie Lee Curtis poster on my bedroom wall to this very day. So many happy returns to them, one and all, but mainly to Jamie Lee Curtis. "51 years after its construction, the tallest building in Evansville, Indiana, crashed to the ground yesterday. There were fears that a thunderstorm might delay the implosion, but as it transpired, there was just enough rain to help keep the dust down.
The 420 main building in Evansville, Indiana is no more. It's the tallest building in the downtown area, and it was demolished this morning. Crews used 374 pounds of explosives with 1.4 miles of detonating core throughout the building.
We are still checking, but I believe that is the work of our friends over at Controlled Demolition Inc., or CDI as they are known.
Axsoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axsoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
If I told you that a leading manufacturer of equipment had trialled a system to remotely control a high-lift wheel loader over a 5G network, you could probably guess that it was Volvo pushing the technology envelope yet again. The project proved that it is possible to teleoperate a Volvo L180 high-lift wheel loader hundreds of kilometers away. And by using a 5G network, low latency has proven to be a major advantage, allowing operators to perform the sensitive process of picking, loading, and organizing logs remotely. Teleoperated forestry is expected to deliver improved productivity by allowing one operator to work across multiple and sometimes isolated sites around the world. It's also expected to make it both safer by removing humans from potentially hazardous environments, and more sustainable through more efficient logistics flows, as the loading and unloading of timber can also be done during the night. This is not, however, Volvo's first 5G rodeo. In fact, as far back as 2019, the company said that it was working on that very technology.
This 5G initiative is a result of a long collaboration together with Ericsson and Telia. When teleoperated machines are available, it will give the customers the opportunity to move the operators out of their working area. There are a lot of dangerous jobs in mining, etc., that we can do a lot safer by moving the operator to another location. I'm very excited about working in this project. We are on the edge of technology and testing what is possible. And now we will have the best possible connectivity available on our backyard.
Chalk up yet another first for the boffins at Volvo, who are fast becoming the industry's leading innovators.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Now, speaking of remotely controlled machines, Husqvarna Construction has further strengthened its offer to demolition companies and professionals with the launch of a new range of demolition robots, the DXR 145, 275, 305 and 315. Husqvarna claims that the 4 new DXR models offer a power increase of more than 20%. With an all-new remote control unit, precision operation is easier than ever. The new units enable an improved overview of machine status, which contributes to increased uptime and productivity. In addition to this, long-distance remote connection keeps the user safer and clear of any potential risks. This enables them to work in challenging areas with a remote control range of up to 300 meters. I've just posted a link in the chat this morning, so you can find out more about those. But I was in contact with the good people over at Husqvarna just first thing this morning, and apparently there is a video winging its way to me in the very near future. As soon as we've got it, we'll be certain to bring it to you. Right, it's almost time for that new film premiere that we've been promising since the start of the show. But first this. $1.6 million of your finest English quids have been set aside for the redevelopment of a series of cottages at Mickleham Downs in Mickleham near Dorking, which is about 5 miles that way. The redevelopment will create 10 new cottages together with a realignment of the access to Mickleham Downs house. A company called Fileturn from nearby Redhill has apparently got the nod on the new build element of the works. But first, the existing cottages that currently occupy the site let me try that again. But first, the existing cottages that currently occupy the site need to be demolished. And at the time of broadcast, a demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. You can find out more about that project lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk. Okay, I think we've given you enough time to fetch a suitable beverage and to fix some popcorn as well. And I'm just going to switch off that thing that's scrolling across the bottom of the page. It's time to bring you the latest mini epic from the studios of Demolition News and Diggers and Dozers. I'm not going to give the game away. Let me just tell you that it all is not as it might first appear. And if you have the opportunity to do so, do yourself a favour and crank up the volume. The sound design on this is probably better than anything we've ever done in the past. So, without further ado, having given it far too much of a build-up, let's roll the film. I just want to personally thank our patrons. Their continued support allows us to pursue these strange little flights of fancy of ours and to produce films like that. But imagine that. Diesel-fueled machines going the way of the T-Rex, the saber-toothed tiger, the dodo, and Manchester United as a major force in world football. And in all likelihood, that extinction will happen in our lifetimes.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up today's show. I'll be back here tomorrow, usual time, usual place. We get more of this old stuff and nonsense. But also, I want to give you a very quick, well, I want to give you two quick heads up, actually. On Thursday evening at 6 p.m, I will be hosting our 12 Days of Christmas show, in which myself and my construction collective colleagues, Peter Haddock and Nick Drew, count down what we believe to be the 12 most important, significant, interesting, and possibly even weird new products of the past year. I really hope you can join us for that one. In addition, we talked about it last week, but after consulting with our patrons, we will be hosting the first of our Hive Mind shows at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, the 8th of December. That show will be unscripted, and it will have no specific agenda either. This is just an opportunity for us all to share our opinions on a single topic. And given the timing of the show right at the very end of the year, that topic will be: what does 2022 have in store for the demolition and construction industry? You can take part through the chat, you can send us videos or emails in advance, or you can join me on the show live. But this is your opportunity to have your say. So be sure to put that date in your diary, Wednesday the 8th of December at 10 a.m. We are going to not have a new show that day. We're going to do that one instead, because by that point, I would imagine the news stream will have largely dried up in advance of Christmas. So we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed that there's no breaking news on that day. And if you've got nothing better to do on that day, you might like to, or today rather, you might like to check out my latest column on the subject of bullying, racism, sexism and homophobia in the demolition and construction industry. And if I'm very, very quick, I should be able to post a link to that in the chat right now. Yeah, go take a look if you get a moment for that. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what we're all saying. But until then, stay safe, stay warm, actually. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And thanks for watching.